The f***? I can't see anything. Oh.
Chapter 1. The terrifying creature in the cemetery. Camping out in nature isn't always safe. Sometimes, one wrong step can turn into a path of no return. The fear of darkness, the fear of strangers, the fear of hearing sounds that shouldn't be there, and sometimes, that trip could end up being the last night of your life. In this video, we'll look at 6 different camping stories that were never meant to end normally. The YouTube channel Adz Ventures is known for its fun road trips and camping adventures. Usually the videos are upbeat and exciting, but on October 30, 2022, Adz uploaded something that turned what looked like a fun Halloween night into a full-blown nightmare. In the video, Adz heads into a forested area, hoping to create a fun memory for himself and an entertaining video for his audience. What he didn't know was that something sinister was already waiting for him. As night fell, he hit the road, driving through the darkness toward his destination.
I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
Being that it's Halloween or spooky season, tonight I thought I would head to some woodland which is apparently extremely haunted. I was hoping to get there before it got dark so that we could scope it out and just take a look at the area before we lose daylight, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So apparently this little road here is the closest that we can get to the woods. To the left there, I think that's like a cemetery. So I'm just going to park here for now. Unfortunately, this is the closest that we can get to the woods. We can't take the van any further, but I will be going in there on foot.
Adz parked his van near a cemetery right next to the woods. He set up his gear, ready to start his camping adventure. But before diving into the darkness of the forest and its hidden mysteries, hunger kicked in. He decided to eat something first, maybe his last enjoyable moment of the night.
We're in. So I am going to go into the woods, but first of all I'm starving hungry, so I'm going to make something simple. And you've guessed it, a toasty. So legend has it that the ghosts from the cemetery roam the woods at night. I mean, standard behaviour, right? If I was a ghost, I'd do the exact same thing. Ghosts need exercise too, and I think they're not allowed in the gym. But apparently the vicar, or whoever it was that used to live in the little churchyard next to the cemetery, started going insane because of all the ghosts that he saw. And the story goes that one night he walked out into the woods and shot himself. So now I guess the woods are doubly haunted with the vicar and the existing ghosts. I mean, what more could you want for a spooky...
And yeah, he was right. It was going to be a night to remember. A Halloween night like no other. But this one was way too real. Real enough to blur the line between imagination and reality. He made a sandwich, ate it, and then headed toward the forest, starting with a visit to the eerie cemetery. A cemetery that had no intention of letting him leave peacefully.
I've got a bit of a problem. I cannot see a thing with this light shining in my eyes. So this is coming into the woods now, and on the left is the little church house, and behind that is the cemetery. How old are some of these then? 1908. Oh, wait a sec. There's 3 people in this grave. Look at the size of that. Well, obviously I don't want to be disrespectful and tread on any of the graves. It's quite hard to see where I'm treading around there. Right, so I'm just the other side of the cemetery now. I'm going to go deeper into the woods because I don't think if I was a ghost and I come out of the cemetery, why would you knock about just on the outskirts? Do you know what I mean? You sleep there all day, you're going to want to go into the woods. What the hell was that?
The freezing cold in the cemetery and the forest beyond began to wear him down. So, Ads made himself a hot chocolate to warm up. That drink helped a little, but not enough to protect his soul from the crushing atmosphere of that place. After a while, he decided to take all his stuff back into the van and return to the forest with just the basics. A decision he'd regret almost immediately.
In the woods, I've taken a different path this time. And to be honest with you, I'm just sort of winging it. I don't know where. What the hell was that? What's that? I've come up to that bit where the light was just shining. What? It's moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Where the hell is it coming from? This might have been what was reflecting that light. It says, if you find this card, please pay it forward to do something kind today. Well, it looks like there's some sort of drop-off down here. It goes down quite far. I mean, the last thing I want to do is stack it down a hill. There are a lot of noises in these woods, but at the same time, if I was in the woods on a normal night, I'd just think it's normal. It's only because I'm thinking I'm on a ghost hunt, so every little noise, I'm like, is that a ghost? But in all honesty, it's fine. It's frogs and pigeons. Pigeons!
Because those sounds, they weren't frogs, they weren't doves. Somebody or something was out there. Who was it? Did they want to hurt him? Thad's tried to calm himself down, tried to shake off the fear. But then, something happened that ripped away all his control. He felt terror, unlike anything he had ever experienced in his entire life. Right there, on the scariest night of the year, Halloween.
I get a little bit lost, not gonna lie. But I think I'm gonna head back towards the way that I came because I swear I keep seeing someone. Hold on. There's no one there, but I swear there was. I think I'm gonna go this way, to be honest with you. What the hell? That is a person. I'm not even joking.
What the f? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
He ran, as fast as he could, heart pounding, legs burning, refusing to look back because one glimpse of that thing was already more than enough. He knew what he'd seen, and the last thing he wanted was that cursed image burned even deeper into his mind. Somehow, gasping for air, heart about to explode, he made it back to his van. He jumped inside, slammed the door shut, and locked it. For several minutes he couldn't move, couldn't think. Just sat there in total shock, staring blankly, trying to process the nightmare he'd just gone through. That if you think the van was a safe place, you're dead wrong. He was trapped in the woods, in his van with nowhere to run.
Number one, that was somebody playing a prank, a Halloween prank or whatever. And if that's the case, fair play, they got me good. Number two is the more likely option. I was seeing things, and if that's the case, you guys are probably laughing at me because you would be able to see on the camera clearer than I could. See, there's a light that sits on the top of my camera. It was shining in my eyes when I was using the camera. Even when I wasn't, I still couldn't see because my eyes hadn't adjusted. And basically to me, everywhere I looked, it was like pitch black. I could just make out some things. So, there's got to be fireworks. I have tried to look on the screen on the camera at the footage, but this screen's so small and it's real dark and I can't see much on there either. One thing that you guys don't know is that before I had that hot chocolate, I might have had a large cup of Bailey. I might have had a large cup of Baileys before I had that hot chocolate, which means I can't drive anywhere. So whether I like it or not, this has to be.
The strange sounds kept echoing through the night. Were they close? Far away? Harmless? Or deadly? he didn't know. But they terrified him even more, until finally he decided the only option was to end this nightmare of a camping trip. The next morning, after a restless sleep, Ads packed up his stuff, climbed into his van, and drove away. But one thing is certain, he'll probably never, ever want to spend another Halloween night in a place like that again. And the question will always haunt both him and us. What exactly did he see out there? What was that creature? Let us know what you think in the comments. But here's the thing, you don't need Halloween to experience true horror. In the next story, YouTuber FA thought he was heading out for a calm night of ghost hunting. Instead, he got pulled into one of the most terrifying experiences of his life. Honestly, what happened to him makes this video look tame in comparison. Creepier, darker, and far more disturbing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It really helps us out. We're just at the beginning of this journey, and your support is what keeps the darkness alive. Our next goal is 10,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll bring you even higher quality and far more disturbing videos. Don't miss what's coming next. Chapter 2. Mountain Spirits. Jeffy is a middle-aged American guy who started his YouTube channel back in 2024, making videos about camping, exploring the outdoors, and visiting unusual places. But on July 15th, 2025, he went on a very different kind of trip. This wasn't about relaxing, unwinding, or forgetting his problems. This was about ghost hunting, something most sane people wouldn't dare try. But Jeffy wanted the experience no matter what. He was a brave man, but what happened that night would turn it into the most terrifying night of his life. To do it, he traveled to Mountain Meadows, Utah, a place infamous for being haunted. Back in 1857, more than 120 people were massacred there.
On this adventure, we're exploring one of the most brutal betrayals in Utah and America's history. And that's why some people say this place is still haunted.
Jeffy and his friend packed every piece of ghost hunting equipment they could think of. Devices that could detect temperature changes, radio waves, magnetic fields, anything that might reveal or even communicate with something beyond the physical world. The night was just beginning, and every single one of those devices would soon bring its own kind of trouble. A long, cold, and terrifying night awaited them.
I'm gonna start heading down. We got about a mile walk. You ready, dude?
Are you ready?
I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts, but this will be interesting.
You don't believe in any ghosts at all?
I believe in spirits, but I don't think, like, they can touch you.
You don't?
I'm gonna walk with this thing.
You don't believe they can possess you?
No, I do not.
It's fine. I'm old and fat. I have chronic back problems, so if they want this body, they can take it.
All right. This is site number 2. Oh yeah, site number 1's up at the top. That's a little spooky.
What?
This little walkway at night.
Oh, yeah.
You ready? Okay. It is pretty well maintained.
You ever knew there was a little stream down here?
No, it's pretty nice.
What?
It's so cold you can see your breath.
Oh.
But the creeping cold that slowly started to bother them was the least of their problems. They had no idea what more disturbing things lay ahead. At first, an abandoned, creepy-looking tomb caught their attention. But as they were examining it, one of their devices suddenly went off. The alarm echoed in the darkness and sent chills straight through their bones.
Nope. That stays closed.
Why's that?
No. Just sounds creepy.
You getting a little freaked out?
No. Spirits don't scare me.
Built by and maintained by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, out of respect for those who died. So far, nothing.
What's beeping?
There's something beeping?
You don't hear that beeping?
Uh-uh.
Seriously? It's been beeping since we left the truck. I was thinking it was your camera.
No.
Maybe it's that thing. No? Oh, it's that.
Oh.
That sound became a huge question mark for Hefe and his friend. It rattled his mind until he finally said what he was thinking out loud.
You would think the leader that got executed here, you'd think his spirit would be the one that's here. Maybe all these people are here, but he's the one that's like, they said there was like 50 militiamen, and he was the only one that was executed, even tried.
Should we turn the record on this and see if it's picking anything up?
Yeah.
But in the end, those questions could only really be answered by the spirits themselves. So Jefe and his friend tried to make contact. While they were talking and moving among the graves, strange things began to happen to their equipment, things that made them even hungrier for answers.
Is anybody here? Oh dang, check this out.
What's that?
There's all these little headstones with people's names and their ages and stuff.
Are they in order by age?
No, they're by family.
7,
Yeah, I know, there's another 7-year-old over there.
12, age unknown, unknown. Their names are known only to God. Man.
Whoa.
What?
That just went super high. Where'd it go? It went away, now you can't see it. It just all of a sudden went to 11.3 and turned red.
Do we got something? I just got the chills. Is there somebody here? Hello?
They tried for several minutes, but nothing concrete came through. The night was cold, dark, and heavy. They were scared, but they just couldn't walk away without answers. So they decided to move closer to the actual massacre site, a decision that would turn out to be their biggest mistake. They were about to witness something they could barely believe with their own eyes.
Oh, that's probably the lookout, huh?
It's supposed to be up that way, yeah.
Whoa. Oh, what is that?
That's where the siege thing is.
Oh, is that the siege? Is it the actual monument, or is that?
I don't know.
There's, it's moving. So they're probably like right down in here.
Yeah, I would guess. I mean, put your back to the hill.
Dude, this thing just went off.
Yeah. We finding them?
Jefe and his friend kept walking, chatting quietly, heading toward the source of the signals and sounds that were triggering their devices. But still, no clear answer. They wanted proof. They insisted on it. And that insistence was about to cost them dearly. This was a kind of madness with no happy ending.
Man,
Not convinced what?
that there's ghosts.
No.
I mean, these things have gone a little haywire a couple times, and yours just randomly shut off. But nothing like them talking to us. And this is the #1, like if you Google haunted areas in Utah, this is #1.
Who knows? Maybe they've all finally, well, not finally, but maybe that just means that they're all at rest.
Jefe's friend was wrong. The spirit's silence didn't necessarily mean they were at peace. Maybe it just meant they needed a little more disturbance to finally react, but the reaction they get wouldn't be the kind they wanted. Eventually, the two of them decided to leave and drive to another spot, hoping to find something else. On the way, Jefe's friend started sharing some interesting stories about his previous experiences with spirits.
People have reported hearing screams and stuff like that here. So,
right, and I can see, but like I don't know if you could hear it on there, but like the owl and other things, like there was other birds that I heard down there that if you come down here totally spooked and expecting to find something or hear something, you're gonna think you see something or you're gonna hear something that you think is something that it's not.
Yeah, your mind's gonna trick you into seeing it. I think that's like 90% of ghost sightings.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do believe in spirits, and I do believe that they can linger in places after they've died there. I'm a nurse, I work in a hospital, and I've had a few experiences in rooms after a patient had passed when I worked night shift and stuff where I couldn't explain it. It was definitely something paranormal. But, you know, it's one of those things, you never really know, you never really tell.
And he was right. Often it's the unknown, the part you feel but can't explain, that becomes the most disturbing and terrifying experience a human can have. Finally, Jefe and his friend reached their final location. But what was waiting for them there? Would they finally get answers? And more importantly, was the place still safe for them at all?
All right, we're at the last location. All right, the last check. If there's anybody here, make your presence known. If there's anybody here, make your presence known. Well, should we head back over to the main one?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, nothing.
Just the way I hoped for.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, hopefully that means they're at peace.
Right.
We're gonna head back over to the overlook and we'll catch up with you guys there. If something happens between there, we'll let you know. Well, the sun is coming up. We're done ghost hunting. What's your opinion?
I still believe in spirits. This hasn't changed my opinion, even though we didn't have anything. I think that it's something you have to experience to believe. You have to have an experience.
I would like to believe that all the spirits here are at rest, finally.
Once again, the spirits, or whatever they were, didn't show themselves fully. They only left signs, hints of their presence. Just enough to make you believe they're real, but not enough to actually see them. So what do you think? Does the silence of spirits mean they're truly at peace? If you've ever had an experience with ghosts in a place like this, tell us in the comments. And if you thought what happened in the previous video was scary, just wait for the next one. You'll see spirits aren't always quiet, and sometimes, when they do make noise or speak, you'll wish they'd stayed silent, just like what happened to Drew. Chapter 3. The Murdered Woman's Spirit. The YouTube channel Black Country Ghost Hunters has been making ghost hunting videos for years, exploring haunted places and chasing paranormal activity. But the most shocking and downright terrifying video they ever released came out on August 15th, 2025. This one went viral instantly, all because of the strange, bone-chilling event caught on camera. On a cold, dark night, a ghost hunter made his way down the 456 road, better known as the Hagley Causeway. It's considered the most haunted road in the West Midlands. Legends tell of wandering spirits here, phantoms of children, ghostly riders on horseback. But the most terrifying tale goes back to 1943, when the body of a woman named Bella was found stuffed inside a tree in Hagley Woods. That night, long after midnight, a curious man named Drew came to investigate the site for himself. That what was supposed to be just another ghost hunt turned into something far more disturbing than he ever imagined.
Welcome back everybody to Black Country Ghost Hunters. Here we are on the A456, very quiet. The time's around 1:20 AM. Various spirits have been spotted, from a child walking up and down. Also, different ghostly figures spotted crossing over from the Badger Set pub near Hagley Hall. Interesting place, nearby we have Hagley Woods, where in 1943 a body of a woman was found inside a wych elm tree, believed to be called Bella. But is where we are haunted? We're gonna find out.
As Drew moved deeper into the darkness, his equipment slowly began reacting. A K2 meter, which detects electromagnetic fields, suddenly lit up 2 green lights, signaling the presence of something unseen, something unnatural. Something that was about to make this night unforgettable for all the wrong reasons.
If any spirits are present with us, would you touch my K2 meter and give me 2 or 3 lights? Could you give me 2 or 3 lights for confirmation you are here with me? Oh, 2 lights.
But that was just the beginning. Within minutes, strange sounds filled the air, metallic bangs, soft but unsettling footsteps echoing from the shadows. Drew kept pushing forward, even trying to reach out to Bella's spirit, the decision he would soon regret.
Hello? Anybody present? My head torch is flickering. Bizarre. Yeah, look.
Then, out of nowhere, his headlamp started flickering wildly without any explanation. Coincidence? No way. He knew it was connected to whatever spirit was there. He pressed harder, desperate to make contact, until finally he got a response. Words. Words that sent chills racing down his spine. The spirit whispered a familiar name. One. Drew couldn't believe he'd heard. It was the name of his brother.
Is it with us? Do you have a name? Dark. Yeah, very dark. Trees. Who was murdered and placed inside a wych elm tree? Yeah, said wych elm. Now Hagley Woods is opposite. Wych elm tree. Attack. Interestingly, cavaliers have been spotted crossing the road. Said attack. Attack.
How could the spirit possibly know that? That was impossible. Panic and fear surged through him, but he couldn't stop now. He needed more answers. He tried piecing the words together, but then came the one phrase he never expected. A word that shook him even harder.
Hello? Just saw red lights. What the hell? Hello? Oh, cold breeze. Just heard a female voice. Do you have a name? Footsteps again. Are you present with me? Drew, my name. Who's present with me?
This time, the spirit said his own name. Drew had no doubt. He heard it clearly. The connection had now turned deeply personal and terrifying. Meanwhile, the footsteps grew louder, circling him, closing in from every direction. Someone or something was walking among the trees, moaning softly, stalking him. At that point, Drew didn't know what was real anymore. Was the sound coming from the device, from the woods, or just his imagination? He was caught in a nightmare with no clear escape.
Not sure what's going on, literally. Heard somebody very, very close by. Bangs. Also opposite. Tell me more about yourself. What the flipping heck? What the flipping heck? Hello? Absolutely frightened me. In front, I heard somebody's voice scattering across. Whatever we heard wasn't on my device. We'll keep on going.
Still, Drew refused to quit. For nearly 2 full hours, he tried to see Bella's spirit with his own eyes, but in the end, she never revealed herself. Even as he finally pulled away from the site, he held on to that fragile hope.
Time's around 3 AM. Spooky inside Hagley Woods. Hello? Yeah, walking off, I've heard even more noises. Listen. Hello?
By the time he returned home, Drew was exhausted, his head pounding from the oppressive weight of that place and the endless sounds he'd heard. He hoped he could finally sleep, but deep down, he knew it wouldn't be that easy. Maybe Bella followed him home. Maybe she was still lingering, waiting to give him answers. Now maybe it would all just come back in the form of nightmares that haunted him for weeks to come. One thing was clear. This was not a pleasant experience. Not for Drew, and not for anyone who watched it. And once again, a spirit had left its mark without ever fully revealing itself. Just fragments, just signs, enough to keep us wondering. Chapter 4. The Savage Bear Attack. Nick Akers is a YouTuber who makes camping videos in his van. For years, he'd been doing this without any serious problems until one night changed everything. That single night stripped away all the safety and comfort he thought he had built up over the years, and turned into the most terrifying experience of his entire life. An experience so disturbing, no human could ever just shake it off. That night, after a long day of adventures, Iki found a quiet, seemingly safe spot to park his van. He was exhausted and just needed rest. But the last thing waiting for him there was a peaceful night's sleep.
The night that I was sleeping in my van, if I would have been in a tent, I probably wouldn't be here right now. And I'm going to show you the actual physical evidence on my van. Off. And I was sleeping right here. I always sleep on the driver's side, my feet down there and my head up here near the tailgate of the van. So this is where I was sleeping. And I always sleep with a knife. That's all I have. And so I've got blackout panels in the windows that are felt covered. You can't see anything outside. And then I've got my blackout curtains there at the header that I made for my van that slide and close off. They come together and then they snap right down the center. So the whole interior of this van was all blacked out and closed off so nothing could look inside my van. Well, as I was sleeping here at roughly 1 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened at this corner of the van, in this corner. And with the gate closed, there was something on the back of my van right where my head was. My head was right here. And I got a flashlight here on me, you guys. Bear with me 1 second because this motion activated light does not stay on and I don't have any garage lights out here yet. So it was on the back of my van right here with the gate shut. And it was all over the back window. And it startled me awake. And as I'm laying here sleeping, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is outside of my van? Now, what I did is up front, there was a console that was attached to the driver's seat, and it would swing up and lock into place. And it blocked my ability to get from this bed into the driver's seat. So I took that apart and took it off the seat. And now I have a removable console that I can slide out of the way to the right of my cooler over into that corner, which allows me to go from this bed between the seats like an RV and get right into the driver's seat. And that's exactly what I did.
AK had covered up all the windows and parked far away from anyone. There was no chance of a random person just stumbling across that spot, especially at 1 a.m. Something was off. Out of nowhere, he shot awake to the most bone-chilling sound anyone could ever wake up to. And whatever was making that sound was just inches from his head, completely hidden from view. What was waiting for him out there? Was this going to be the last camping trip of his life? AK had to decide fast. His instincts kicked in. Trembling, he fired up the engine and tore out of there without looking back. After driving a few minutes, he pulled over somewhere else to catch his breath and figure out what had just happened. And that's when his jaw nearly hit the ground. He didn't see the thing that had been after him, but the marks it left behind were more than enough to make his blood run cold. That's when it clicked. That sound he heard? Now he knew exactly what it was.
This thing that was reaching the roof of my van was hooking on with its claws like this and just raking the van. This is what I woke up to. The sound of just claws raking the body of my vehicle. And so it scratched the van right here because these claws were coming across, and you can see there's more scratches right there. See, there's more, see the claw marks right there? And there's some right there. It was digging at my van really bad. And down here are some more claw marks. Let me see if I can, right there. You guys can see the claw marks right there? That one right there, and those ones right there. It scratched the living hell out of the paint. And the weird thing is that this thing scratched my vehicle everywhere. Can you see that? I don't know if I can get the light right. There you can see the long scratch going right along the fender of my van. It did that as well. And it continues up to the door. It was like it was trying to get its claws behind my door to tear the door. These scratches all over. Look at what it did here by the door handle. You see the scratches there? This is all from its claws. And then it scratched the back of the van right here. My van is a little dirty, you guys. It's been sitting in the garage. I got to wash and wax it again. And it went all around the van, scratching it all over the place.
The claw marks weren't just some scratches. They were everywhere. Across the walls, across the ceiling. Whatever had been out there. It wasn't just curious. It was starving. It had done everything it could to rip its way inside his van. Maybe it was a bear. Or maybe something worse. Something unknown. Whatever it was, it changed Ike's view of camping forever. He realized you're never truly safe out there. Danger is always lurking. And even if you're lucky enough to escape, the scars it leaves, physical and psychological, stick with you, like a nightmare that never goes away. And Ike couldn't help but wonder, what if he hadn't been inside the van that night? What if he'd been sleeping in a tent instead? Would those thin doors have held long enough to protect him? And what about the people who might have camped there before him? Or who might come after? What fate would they meet? The only reason Ike survived that night was quick thinking and his decision to run. That's what saved his life from a brutal, violent end. But in the next story, the campers aren't so lucky. They don't escape in time, and what happens to them makes Ike's nightmare look like nothing more than a bad joke. Chapter 5. Escaping a Spirit in the Forest. Dan and Joe run the YouTube channel, The Bell Explores, and in this video, they head into the Plackley Forest. They'd been here before and already had some terrifying experiences, but still, they went back, chasing madness and content. By the end of the video, they wished they had never even heard the name of this forest. This place, known as the Screaming Forest, is full of dark legends and horrifying stories. Despite their previous nightmarish experience here, they decided to return for a new video.
Hi guys, we're back at Plackley Wood. We've decided to come back because, after last time we was here, we had our encounter, which shit the life out of us. But yeah, it was a bit of a naughty one, wasn't it? But we've come back. We've had a few comments on the video and stuff saying, why did we run away and stuff? I mean, would you run away with shit our pants? What would you have done? But we've come back and we're going to see if we can get more encounters.
Last time, they ran away after something scary happened. But this time, they were determined to stay and capture everything on camera. Little did they know that coming back was exactly what the Dark Force had been waiting for to trap them, and this time, finish what it started. Dan and Joe slowly made their way down paths that would make anyone's skin crawl.
Some creepy old paths down here. If there are any spirits present, could you make a noise or anything?
With every step, the fear and dread they'd felt before seemed to rise again, thick in the air. Dan kept calling out to the spirit, and then suddenly...
What's that?
That sounded like footsteps.
It did, didn't it? We're not here to harm. We're just curious. Let's have a little walk down here. I'm getting bitten left, right and centre, I am. It is quite stodgy, isn't it? No. Oh, there's something going on here. It's a bit of a stodgy hill.
They heard footsteps. Footsteps that definitely didn't belong to a human, yet seemed to be getting closer and closer. They tried to stay calm, to reassure themselves, but with every moment, the air grew heavier, more suffocating. The silence left by the planes flying overhead felt like a new threat. And then everything got even stranger. After a series of vague, unidentifiable noises, a loud, sharp sound suddenly rang out, making both of them jump.
Oh, I just heard something. What was that?
Well, you busted over there now.
Yeah. Weren't as aggressive as last time, though. Jesus Christ. I think what frightened the hell out of us is it was right on top of us, whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, this time it's got a bit of distance on us. Last time, like you say, it was...
Yeah.
This wasn't the rustling of bushes anymore. It was a clear warning someone or something was approaching. Not violently, not in a frenzy, but with a cold, calm call of death. Do you think what they heard was just an animal? Or some dark force trying to lure them deeper into the forest, never to return? Leave your thoughts in the comments. As they tried to head back to the car, the path turned nightmarish. A pounding sound echoed again, the first hint of what was about to come.
Joe, this is creeping me out.
I think it's someone walking.
Oh, I just heard a knock again.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
This is get... Shit, Joe!
What's that? What's that?
Shit!
What's that?
Fucking hell. Fuck that. No, Joe, we got no. The fucking car's over there. Shit. What are we gonna fucking do?
We're gonna have to chance it, aren't we?
Oh, fuck.
That's the car.
You're fucking joking, aren't you? Did you see that?
And then the moment of ultimate terror arrived.
Yeah, there was definitely something there.
I swear, it looked like a person.
It did look like a person, didn't it? Walking across.
I don't want to go that way, Joe.
No, I'm not doing like this, you know.
I don't want to do it. Shit.
We've got to get the car.
I swear I just saw him again.
No, I didn't see it that time.
I swear I just saw someone. I just saw someone. Yeah. Shit, can you see that? I can see something in the distance, though.
It does look like it, doesn't it? Same my torch is dying. I can't bear
Shit.
to.
Shit.
Alright, he's gone now.
No, fucking hell, Mush is there. Shit. I think we're safe enough away. I can't see him. I think there's someone there. Shit. I don't like this, Joe. Fucking hell. I don't know. I can't see it now. It's gone. Shit. What was that in the fucking bushes?
That's.
I don't even fucking. We're not running.
No, I'm not running.
We're not running.
I'd like to know what it is.
Fuck.
That was a bit close for comfort, that one.
Fucking hell, Joe. I'm getting a distance on that. I ain't fucking playing with that shit, mate. We're not running though. We're just gonna keep a distance because
Yeah.
this happened to us last time and now something's livened up. We've pissed something off or something and we don't know what it is.
No.
Shit, but there was something this side as well though,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
That was the shadow of a bloody bush. thought he was
I can see a light. What's the lights? Oh shit.
Oh, that's the car park.
Is that the car park?
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got far to get to the car. Talk was bad, I can't pick it up.
Fucking hell. It's gone a bit quiet now.
Yeah.
Shit, I just saw someone down there. Shit. I'm sure I just see someone. Fucking some lights then, all those lights. Some lights coming. Shit. I could go this way, Joe. Shit. Fucking hell. What are we going to do, Joe? Well, I weren't expecting this at all, Joe. Like last time, yeah, but we're sort of trapped.
Dan screamed and ran. A shadow or some creature appeared right in their path, blocking the way out. Feeling trapped, they tried to turn back and find another route, but it was too late. They were caught. It was like the thing knew exactly which way they would try to escape. They changed direction and saw it still following them. Strange lights and noises from afar only made things worse.
Lights coming.
My torch is dying.
And Al, Dan, and Joe were in darkness, their phone batteries running low, desperately searching for a way out of this cursed forest. Why was this creature, or whatever it was, so intent on blocking their way? Was it trying to trap them, or just set up an irreversible event on this dark night? In the end, they barely found another route, but suddenly, the creature appeared again. They ran for their lives, every ounce of energy they had.
Shit, what was that?
Is that someone out there?
Shit, is that something? I can't even see.
No.
Shit, there's people. Fuck off. Not again. We can't do this shit. Every fucking time. We ain't doing this. Which way was it? This way. Oh, fuck. I ain't fucking doing that. We need a car. They're fucking following us. Like, shit. Where they gone? I can't see anyone. I fucking told he's dying. Oh. Shit. Let's get out of here. Fuck. Fucking too many gates to jump. Oh. Fuck it. We're getting close to the car, guys. We're seeing it.
They managed to escape, but the experience was far deeper and darker than before. They saw something that, at first glance, looked human, but there was no explanation for why it was there at that hour on a path leading to their car. This time, the fear overpowered them completely. That feeling of being trapped by the unknown will stay with them forever, and maybe, just maybe, it'll stick in your mind too. And now, the final story. The tale that makes all previous videos look like harmless fun in comparison. Pure stress. Pure terror. A clear, visible, deadly threat right in front of the poor camper's eyes, more tangible, more lethal than anything they've faced before. Don't miss this last video. Chapter 6. A deathly call behind the glass. This video was posted by the YouTube channel, By the Curb, run by someone who's been living in a van for 2 years and documenting their daily life. But this video is completely different from anything they've done before. What happened that night wasn't normal. It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. In 2 full years of living in a van, they'd never experienced anything this disturbing or bizarre. That night, a nightmare unfolded right outside the van window so intense it almost gave them a heart attack and made them consider quitting van life for good. It all started at 5:30 a.m. They had parked their van in a quiet, secluded spot along a side road on the outskirts of town for a work trip. At first glance, it seemed perfect, but in hindsight, they wished they'd been more careful choosing it. They were in a deep sleep when a loud, hard knock above their head jolted them awake, like a massive, shocking jolt. Their heart raced, pounding out of their chest. For a moment, they didn't even know where they were. Disoriented, the first thing they did was pull down the curtain, and that's when the real nightmare revealed itself. A face etched into their mind forever, impossible to forget. After that, the screaming and pounding continued. What should they do? What was the right move? Who was this person at that hour? And what was that maniac writing on the van window? What did they want to do to this poor camper? But things were about to get worse. The stranger started speaking threatening, words that would make anyone's hair stand on end.
And you see a on the front, his father was a Briton. His father, his grandfather, was a Briton, and I'm the back. Did not work no one. I'm not the third door. I'm not the private rig. I'm not a Hurst, is the English footballer. And now Reef, I don't know what it means, you see when you put on the dead people who you're supposed to love. Constant, I haven't never heard before. Of our new modern technology. You got fucking stuff like this on there. You're a cameraman, you're shutting out our...
We have to ask ourselves, do you think this man, appearing out of total darkness, was just a drunk or disturbed person, or a serious threat, leaving a deadly message on the van window? Did it matter to him who the victim was? The situation escalated by the second. The mysterious figure wasn't going to leave so easily. A predator doesn't just give up on its prey.
It's still there, look. It's coming back.
Inside the van, they just sat, listening to the maniacal, threatening screams from outside. That they also had to think about defending themselves. Stress was written all over their face.
So I've taken my table down and I've got that. And I've just sat here probably for about 30 minutes listening to him shouting at Van. I was peeking at him through a window and he sounded very threatening, going on about mental health issues and being stabbed in the head and all stuff like that. So you're thinking, oh God, we've got one here. But I don't know. I'm saying I didn't feel as scared as I thought, but I did, probably. But I thought, worst comes to worst, I could get out and confront him.
But was going outside and confronting this person really a good idea? The man seemed to have nothing to lose and could do anything to his victim. The road was dead end, and there was no easy escape. Some time passed, and the screams echoed again in the distance, as if the person was looking for another victim. They weren't going to stop until someone suffered. Every second, something horrifying could happen, an image that would haunt the witness for a long time.
Right, it's moved on, it's gone down there. I don't know if there's some more motorhomes down there that he's shouting at now. I think it's probably pretty harmless. That just freaked me out though, that. I don't know what to do. I don't think I've got enough space to do a U-turn here. I don't know if you can see him at distance. Another van's come and he's buggered off now. I don't know what's going on down there. I think there's some sort of, I don't know, farm or depot or something like that.
And maybe the danger seemed distant, but its effect lingered. Inside the van, they hadn't yet recovered from the shock. Their heart was still racing. At their age, that kind of pounding could trigger a heart attack. That night, and many nights after, sleep wouldn't come peacefully anymore. Now we have to think deeper. Given that this man suddenly appeared from the remote road and knew exactly where the van was parked, was it just a coincidence, or had someone been following and waiting for nightfall? Somehow, it seems we'll never know. Which of these 6 stories do you think is the scariest? Let us know in the comments.